Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make my most popular Christmas door round. I went ahead and cut this out with my Glowforge, and once I had it cut out, I went ahead and I base coated it twice with my paint and primer flat white paint that I purchased from Walmart. I use a roller as this keeps it nice and clean and gives me an even coverage on my door round. However painting is easier for you, you can go ahead and do that, but this is what is easier for me. I go ahead and I just go around that a few times, making sure I had great coverage. As you can see here, my door round is scored. So once that is done, I set that aside and I move on to painting my letters. I am using your basic apple barrel paints from Walmart. I'm using red, black, and green. I'm also using makeup sponges that I kind of broke up into pieces. These kind of keep the paint on top versus getting all over and pooling. I go through this with all of my colors, and then I go ahead and second coat it so the colors are really vibrant. Once those are all painted, I go ahead and move to the next step, and you'll see here, I'm going to kind of fast forward here so you guys aren't stuck watching me do that the entire time. I did forget to mention, I use painter's tape and stick my letters to it and then kind of stick it to my table just to keep my letters into place. This way they're not going all over when I'm trying to use the makeup sponge to paint on them. This hack is awesome. I use this technique a lot. Go ahead and try it the next time that you're doing smaller pieces like this. You'll find out that it's very, very handy. Now that the letters are painted and dried, we're going to go ahead and start attaching them to the backing of our door round. As you can see here, I had scored on my door round, so this way I can see the placement of the letters and everything will be nice, straight, and even. I usually use super glue for my door rounds, however, I couldn't get the caps off any of the bottles, so I'm going in and using this Gorilla Glue that I just purchased from Walmart. I wouldn't suggest using this type of glue, as this glue actually expands as it dries and it has like a foamy texture to it, but it's all I had, so I went ahead and used it. I made sure I used very little and kind of just like put the glue on, and then I dragged it throughout the letters, making sure it was very thin. This also takes a few hours to dry, and it takes at least 24 hours for it to be fully cured. I purchased this glue to use it to adhere my Greenery and accents to the door round. So far it's really held up really well. Once I get all of the letters applied to my door round, I go ahead and I set this to the side and let it dry for a few hours before we go ahead and add the greenery. I purchased my greenery from Walmart. It's eucalyptus bunches, and I also purchased this red and black checkered plaid ribbon. I made a 2-loop bow. For the eucalyptus, I literally cut 2 branches off, secured them with super glue, and I also wrapped some twine around it and secured that. I'm going to go ahead and attach my bow to the greenery using some super glue and placing some clips on it to hold it into place so this way it doesn't move. Once that was dried, I went ahead and I started attaching it to my door round. I placed my greenery at the very top of the door round in between where the slots are for the hanging ribbon. I mixed a little bit of the Gorilla Glue and the super glue. Went ahead and I used my little pink clips that I purchased from the Dollar Tree to hold it down while it dries. I went ahead and set this aside for a few hours to let it fully dry, and it was done. Thank you guys so much for watching my tutorial. Please make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to our channels for more tutorials to come. As always, we'll see you next time.